Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to the Blackburn Ice Arena. A fantastic weekend of hockey once again was had last weekend when we played the Solway Sharks, and the Blackburn Hawks came away victorious with an 8-4 victory. So that brings us to this weekend where we have a game against the Sheffield Spartans, an interesting game where theoretically we could be crowned league champions for the first time in our 25-year history. It's all result dependent, but I'm going to sit down with Jared now and have a chat about how the lads are feeling going into this momentous weekend. So here we are once again with the coach of the Blackburn Hawks, Mr. Jared Owen. Jared, nice to see you once again.
You too.
In a couple of weeks, how have you been?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Good size. So, last couple of weeks has been a bit hard for everyone on the team with Alan's passing and everything. So going in on reflection of last weekend's game against Solway Sharks, an 8-4 victory. Pleased with the result, I'm assuming?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Performance?
Yeah, I thought we played really well. I think obviously we probably had a bit of a lean spell to start the second period that let them get back into it with some power play goals, but overall, we scored 8 again. Obviously, we conceded 4, which we'd want to improve on, but they were power play goals, so we know we can remove that element from our game. But no, overall, really happy with the way things went. So yeah, another 2 points, which is what we wanted, and that's really what matters now.
Excellent. And like you say, it's that continuous one game at a time. We're looking forward to the next weekend.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're coming to this weekend. There is a possibility we could be crowned league champions this weekend.
Yeah.
Depending on results going our way, obviously, in other games. How are you feeling about that personally? Is it something you're thinking about? Are you addressing it?
No, not at all. We know we're coming into that game Sunday. We need to win again, as much as anything to keep our momentum going. So if other things happen and that happens, then that's great. But our whole mentality and mindset is just to get 2 points on Sunday. And last time Sheffield were here, they were a difficult opponent, and we've got to make sure that we're ready to break them down and get the goals we need to win the game.
Absolutely. How are you addressing kind of the winning the league mentality with the lads? I mean, you hear stories in all sports about people no one allowed to say the word champion until it's happened. Is it something you address? Do the lads not really talk about it?
It's not a massive topic of conversation. Obviously, people know that we're potentially close, but right from day one this season, we've kind of we've adopted that mentality of it is just one game at a time, and if and when we win the league title, that's great, but there's still another trophy on offer at the end of the year, and we can't afford to just switch off because we've won one. So we want to keep going into every game looking to pick up that win. We've got to be as hungry now as we were that first weekend in September, and we've got to keep going forward like that. So that's how we are going about it in the dressing room.
Well, I think it's the best mentality to really have, isn't it? Positive and professional. Going into this weekend then, we've got the Sheffield game, as we've mentioned. Now, Sheffield-Blackburn, we've got that Lancashire-Yorkshire derby feel to it every time we play them. It's always tasty. It's usually quite a physical game. Have you got any particular game plan going in?
I think we'll probably have to adapt our game this time. I think last time they came here and set out to kind of frustrate us, really, in terms of the way they played, and it worked. They'll probably feel unlucky that we got the equaliser when we did, and we felt unlucky that we were in the position we were in, really. But it's about adapting to how other teams play against you. Not everyone's going to come here and try and run and gun with us, because at the end of the day, with the offense we've got, it's probably not the best thing to do. So you get tests and times like this where you have to change how you play, and we know kind of what we need to do. We'll be working on that tonight in training and trying to take that into Sunday's game.
Excellent. I mean, Sheffield have got something to play for themselves. I mean, they're definitely within that playoff mix. Do you look at the tables and kind of see kind of where teams are and think, does it affect kind of how you maybe take on the game?
No, to be honest, just focus on us. We know what we've got to do, and we have a set game plan for whoever we're playing, and we just got to make sure we focus on those things. Obviously, they're fighting for points just as much as we are. They want to be in that end of season playoffs, and it's really tight. In that. That area of competing for, if you're not making the playoffs, then potentially, you could end up in that relegation playoff quite easily, and only be 1 or 2 points behind the team that came third. So, it's very tight down there, and they're going to be looking for the points just as much as we are, and we've just got to focus on ourselves. That's all we can do.
Excellent. Well, lastly, I just want to ask you about, obviously, last few weeks we've mixed up lines and to put some changes in. It's been beneficial, obviously, with getting the performances out of it. But just a quick word on a couple of the players that have kind of maybe been on the fringes, but also coming back in. James Riddick, Jake Nurse, Tom King, Rick Hughes has stepped up a couple of lines as well. How do you feel they've come on now, coming back into the fold with the changes?
Yeah, no, great. The guys that we've got are great players, and it's been difficult for some of the guys because obviously they've come in and we've been on a bit of a roll. So it's difficult to take guys out to put guys in. But the good side of it is everyone's under pressure, really. You know, you've got to keep performing because there's guys waiting there that are going to do a job. You know, Tom scored some big goals for us when he's come in and done a real good job. And Jake's come back from injury and is getting back to full fitness. And Riddick as well. You know, he's come in and worked hard when he's had the opportunity. So, you know, guys are, you know, not in a bad way, but looking over their shoulders and making sure that they've got to put performances in. And, you know, that's where the difficult decisions come as a coach, really. At what point, you know, do you look to make changes? Do you know, try and work everyone? It's difficult to try and play 4 lines. You know, we'll try and do it as much as we can, but, you know, a lot of the time, you know, we have to start games with 3 and work from there, really. So, you know, it's good to see the guys working in training and pushing for spots, and can only make us better as a team with guys, you know, being so competitive for places.
Absolutely, like I said, there's no comfortable spot in that team. And
no.
It keeps people fighting and hungry. Excellent.
Yeah.
Right. Well, all the best for the weekend, Jared. Hope you get another 2 points against
Lovely.
Sheffield.
Thanks for that.
An even better result. We'll get the league title. If not, we'll come next week.
Brilliant.
But all the best, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers.